Hi guys, my name is Abby Young and I am a freshman at Mizzou. I'm studying special education and I want to work specifically with kids that have behavioral issues, and I want to work in lower income schools with kids that have been abused or been in foster care and that sort of thing. I've wanted to do this since I was probably 10 years old, because my best friend's mom actually did this and did this job, and I saw firsthand the impact that she had on kids' lives. And specifically, I saw an instance with this group of kids who came up to her one time when we were at the mall, and they were all hugging her, and one of the boys started crying, and he was talking about how if he hadn't had her as a teacher, he would have ended up in prison and probably not graduated. And I realized that day that that's the type of impact that I want to have on kids and on kids' lives. And, I want to be able to encourage kids to do their best and try their hardest and help them to succeed. And if I can have that impact on even one student, then I'll know that I've succeeded as a teacher. So that's kind of why I decided to join the Middleton Mentors program. I heard about it in one of my education classes, and it stuck out to me a lot because she was my mentor in deciding what I wanted to do. She was obviously tons of other kids' mentors, and the idea that I could mentor somebody who may or may not need it just really sounded perfect for me and for what I want to do, and it sounded like good practice. And that's what education is all about. It's about being a mentor for kids and for helping them succeed in their lives. And so I figured this would be really good practice for my future and for the future that I'm going to have in the professional and personal world. In this class, some of the readings that we've read have really, really stuck out to me. Like, the one that really stuck out to me the most was one where it talked about how important it is to not make a joke out of your students. And if students are acting out one day or in really bad moods or can't sit still, it's super important to take those things seriously and think about what could be causing that, and not just, oh, they're being bad, they're trying to cause a scene. Like, I think it's so important to find the root of the problem and help them to the best of your ability. And if that means sitting down and talking to them or talking to their parents, whether their parents are involved or not, or giving them space and letting them have some time on their own to figure out what they need to do to sit still and listen and focus in class, you need to do whatever you need to do as a teacher. And I think it's really, really important. And so there was one paragraph in one of the things that we read that was about how teachers often make it a competition almost about how bad their kids are. Like, well, my kids did this today, or my kids did this today. And I think it's super important to not do that, and instead to focus on the good things that the kids did. And I think that while learning this stuff, it encouraged me to be a better mentor, and not only taught me different ways to, but it really showed me the importance of mentoring somebody and how much that it can really change and affect their life. And like, for me, my mentor helped decide what I wanted to do when I was adult. That's quite literally why I'm majoring in education right now. And so the idea that I could be a mentor for somebody and have that same effect on somebody else is just amazing. And I think that the Middleton mentor program has really, through all of our readings and all of our discussions, and really our discussions in class, and I've learned from my other classmates about how important having a mentor is. And I think that in our discussions with my classmates, I have seen how important your culture and where you are personally from is to how you decide to live your life. And ultimately, it will either motivate you or help you know that is what you want and how you do want to live your life or how you don't want to. And reading all of my classmates' responses and hearing them talk in class really helped me see other people's perspectives on how their culture and their life and where they're from and who they've been surrounded by and what they've been surrounded by has shaped them into who they are. And it's gotten me to think about that for me and how what I've been surrounded with my whole life has really made me more determined. And I feel like encouraging somebody to use their culture and their background and where they're from and who they've been around their whole life to motivate them could be life-changing.